Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, New. We back at it again, y'all. Look, man. We're going to react to this video using numbers to find the greatest individual season in NBA history. Now, look, man. My homeboy sent me this video and actually was like, oh, man. I know LeBron got to be on there at least a cool 10. Like, he got to at least have cool 10 individual seasons in NBA history. Now, I was thinking like Curry had like 4 or 5 on there. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see, man. We're going to see how this is determined by like stats or whatever. See all what comes into it. What comes into play to determine who has the greatest individual season. So let's go ahead and check it out, man.
If I asked you throughout NBA history who had the best individual season and what year did it take place, what would your answer be? Can a season truly be great if a player doesn't lead their team to a championship? What about empty stats or years where players put together incredible seasons but didn't walk away with the MVP? Just like many other fans of the game, I've always wondered who truly had the greatest season in NBA history.
If
we were to somehow add up all the things that a player did throughout a season, their impact and value, and condense all of it into one number, some sort of value or greatness score, then we could determine who had the best season of all time. And so that's what I did. A formula to decide who had the best individual season in NBA history. And not only did I find that season, but it was so great that no other season comes even close. Today's video is brought to you by SeatGeek. A new NBA season is upon us.
Okay, I respect the ad.
And got a record-breaking performances ever off the rails with the 2023 NBA season going completely off the rails with big games, huge numbers, and record-breaking performances every other night. I had to gather myself and put all of this madness into context. How historic are these seasons really? Where do the individual performances of this season rank among the greatest season performances in NBA history? Well, in order to answer this question, I had to create a basic formula that factors in everything a player does on an individual level throughout a season. But first, I had to determine what numbers and awards actually matter and which ones don't. For example, winning the MVP is the greatest individual award a player can win, but there have been countless amazing seasons in which players did not win the award. So we can't use this as a metric to measure how great an individual season really was. I also had to exclude statistics that were heavily skewed by team performance, like win totals or even stats like offensive and defensive rating. We are, after all, looking for the best individual season. So after much deliberation, I narrowed down the criteria for the best season ever to these 9 factors. Points, rebounds, and assists.
Points, rebounds, and assists. Defensive player of the year gets 10 points. All defensive team gets hold on. I got you, bro. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out after this video. But we got all defensive team selection. 10. Okay. Win shares. Player efficiency rating. Okay, box plus my I bet. League leader in points, all-star MVP. Okay.
If a player was selected to an all-defensive team, if a player won Defensive Player of the Year, if they led the league in one of the 3 major statistics, player efficiency rating, win shares, box plus minus, value over replacement, and just to spice things up, All-Star Game MVP. The total number that a player achieves from these 9 metrics is their season score. The higher the score, the greater the season. And before we get started, I want to point out a few things. As I stated before, I did not factor in MVPs in this experiment because there's just been far too many incredible seasons where players were not crowned the most valuable player. Like in 1989, when Michael Jordan clearly had the best season that year, but Magic Johnson won the MVP. Another thing to keep in mind here is that most statistics that are available today have only been around since 1975. So any great season that took place in the early 70s and 60s was excluded from this experiment, which actually shouldn't even be a problem since a lot of NBA fans act like those seasons never even happened anyways. Another major factor that I left out was postseason success. And I know this will be a controversial decision, but in order to even make it deep into the playoffs, a great player still needs a solid supporting cast, or else he has no real shot to win it all. An obvious example of this is Nikola Jokic last season with the Nuggets. One of the best individual seasons
he puts up so many
just to be knocked out of the first round of the playoffs in a gentleman's sweep. Despite what a player did or did not accomplish throughout a season, we are looking for the best season from a player who had the biggest impact on the court game after game. And after spending countless, mind-numbing, migraine-inducing hours searching through hundreds of seasons from any and every player who even had a shot at putting together an all-time year, I have found the single greatest individual season in NBA history. And it's a season that was so good, no other season by any other player comes even close. But I want to give some perspective on these season scores and what a good season looks like, what a great season looks like, and what an all-time season looks like.
Okay.
Back in 2018, LeBron James finished second in MVP voting and had one of the most complete all-around seasons of his career.
He should have won MVP.
Some fans even believe he should have won the MVP that season. And according to our metric, that year LeBron James had a season score of 109.7. This is a great season by any standard, nearly an all-time season. But James Harden rightfully took home the MVP with a season score of 120.
Damn. Okay. James Harden had, alright, James did deserve it. I ain't gonna lie. He was hooping that year. He was definitely hooping that year. But literally the system was set up for him to like be like that. You feel what I'm saying? Mike D'Antoni's system, jacking up a bunch of threes. You know, it played to his averaging 30 a game. You feel what I'm saying? And LeBron, he was sensational this year, man. Like, honestly, bro.
12.4. In 2015, Steph Curry won his first league MVP and put together one of the most memorable seasons in recent NBA history. That year, his season score was 97.3. In 2006, Kobe Bryant had statistically the best season of his career and achieved a season score of 119.1. And yet, Steve Nash won the MVP that season with a season score of just 84.1. But these numbers are all relative. A season score of 20 is about league average. A score of about 45 is what you would find in a quality. But these numbers...
Kobe didn't win MVP this year. That is honestly nuts. 119, 84. This just shows you they go with a narrative like every year, bro. Like, whatever the media want to push, they gonna push it. But Steve Nash, don't get me wrong, Steve Nash was sensational that year, bro. But damn, 35 a night, and like this is like before, like this is when niggas actually played defense for real. So that's crazy.
Are all relative. A season score of 20 is about league average. A score of about 45 is what you would find in a quality starter. A season score of about 65 is an all-star level season, and a season score of 85 is an all-NBA level season. And once a player gets into the triple digits, a season score of 100 or more, they are well on pace to earning an MVP. But even a score of 100 is nowhere near what a player must accomplish to even crack a top 50 season of all time. Because the 50th greatest individual season came from James Harden in 2018 when he piled up a season score of 112.4. In fact, here's a chart of the top 50 individual seasons in NBA history according to our season score metric. The first 3 seasons to crack the top 50 all came from James Harden in just a 4-year span between 2017 and 2020. Michael Jordan was so good, so early in his career, that even his rookie season made the list as the 42nd best individual season of all time. Tracy
What? Bro, what? You telling me MJ's rookie year, bro, was the 42nd best season of all time in his rookie year? Yo, that is... Bro, what? That is ridiculous, bro. I wonder... Damn.
Brady put together his best season in 2003 with a season score of 115.3. Hakeem's 1994 campaign lands at the 35th spot of all time, and just above him you'll find Steph's unanimous MVP season in 2016. Nikola Jokic achieved a career-high season score last season with a total of 120.3 points, the 23rd best individual season of all time. But Giannis actually scored just slightly higher than Jokic did last season with a season score of 120.9. Russell Westbrook's MVP year is the 17th best individual season of all time and easily the best season of his career. Keep going up and we'll find the best seasons from some of the greatest players of all time. Dwayne Wade in 2009, KG in 2004, Kareem in 76. In 2020, Giannis put to...
Damn, okay, Kareem. We got Kareem at 126. MJ is just all over this motherfucker. God. LeBron at 120 in 2008. 2013, 124.6. KG at 126 and 04. D Wade up there. Dang. All right, I gotta see. Like, it gotta be either LeBron or MJ.
Together one of the greatest seasons ever, with a season score of 129.8.
There goes Giannis. Okay.
Just behind LeBron's 2009 season, which turns out to be the best individual season of his career, where he earned a season score of 130.2. And after this mark, we enter the Michael Jordan zone, where it's a whole lot of MJ reeling off some of the best individual seasons of all time, year after year. And right at the top are the 3 best individual seasons of all time. David Robinson's criminally underrated 1994 season, Shaq's masterpiece in the 2000 NBA season, and Michael Jordan's 1989 season that earned him a season score of 137.7. Hold up. There's one season missing here.
Oh my God.
Michael Jordan's 1988 regular season.
Ain't nobody coming close to MJ, bro. 154.8. Like, LeBron's best is 130. Damn.
Regarded as the greatest of all time. And that's because it is. With a season score of 154.8, Jordan's 1988 campaign is the greatest individual season in NBA history. And it's not even remotely close.
It ain't even close.
But I want to take a deeper look at these results, because they reveal some interesting things about what we know and what we thought we knew. Some all-time legends that didn't even have a single season that made the top 50 list include Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Tim Duncan, Charles Barkley, Dirk Nowitzki, and many more. On the other hand, there have been a handful of players that have had multiple seasons that cracked the top 50. These players include Michael Jordan with 11 top 50 seasons of all time. LeBron James.
Wait, bro had 11? LeBron has 5. Who's up? LeBron, 2009, 2010, 2013. That seems about right.
5. James Harden, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and David Robinson with 4 apiece. Kareem and Garnett with 3. And Hakeem, Kobe, Jokic, Shaq, and Chris Paul, all with 2 top 50 seasons each. But the most interesting thing that these numbers reveal is that the second best individual season in NBA history didn't even earn an MVP. Michael Jordan's 1989 season ranks 2nd all time among season scores, and somehow he still finished 2nd in MVP voting that season behind Magic Johnson, who earned a season score of 103.9.
See, this is exactly what I was saying, y'all. Like, they just go with the, but hey, 12.8 assists is like, that's crazy. But like, as I was saying, they go with the narrative that they want, bro. Like, he's leading in all these categories, and somehow Magic Johnson pulls away and wins this. Like, make that make sense, bro. Y'all see MJ's leading in all stats. His season score is 137, bro. That's crazy. And he won it with 103. Like, damn.
Still a great score, but nowhere near the season Michael had. And if you take a look at their numbers throughout that season, it's clear that a robbery took place here. Same thing happened in 1990, when Michael Jordan put up the 5th highest season score in NBA history and finished not 2nd, but 3rd in MVP voting behind Magic Johnson and Charles Barkley. And again,
hey, yo, he really should have 8 MVPs in this motherfucker. Yo, bruh, that's crazy. So who won it this year? Oh, Magic won it again. See, yeah, he's just putting up these crazy assist numbers, bro. That's really what it is, bro. But damn, MJ, he made all defensive team again. Damn, bro. Hey, this is honestly very crazy.
The numbers are clear as day. This MVP should have gone to Michael, and it's not even close. Now, the idea that Michael Jordan and LeBron James should have probably won more MVPs throughout their careers becomes even more glaring through the lens of this season score metric. But of all the seasons that made an appearance on this list, only the 2009 season features 3 players who all put up top 50 seasons of all time. That year, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul all not only had historically great seasons, all 3 of them put up top 25 seasons in NBA history.
Damn,
As
2008 was
before,
crazy.
in most seasons, a game score of 100 will give a player a real shot at winning the league MVP. CP3, D Wade, and LeBron all had season scores of over 100.
This is in one season, y'all. One season. Like, think about that, bruh. Think about that for a second. 2008. Chris Paul, 23rd. D Wade at 15th best. And LeBron at 9th. Like, it's crazy, yo.
120. But with this NBA season being flooded with all-time talent and incredible performances every single night, are there any players that are putting together seasons this year that would crack this all-time list? We'll have to make a couple estimations here because some stats within our metric like VORP and win shares are cumulative stats. But at their current pace, here are the projected season scores for the best players in the NBA this season, with the top 5 season scores coming from Luka, Jokic, Giannis, Embiid, and Tatum. And if a season score of 100 warrants a real shot at the MVP award, then there are currently 6 players who are all having an MVP caliber season. But in terms of cracking the top...
Hey, this just shows you like the evolution of players today, bro. It just shows you there's more talent. There's more skilled players, bro. Like, look at this, bro. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really 7 players who can win MVP, bro. Or really 8. You could include Shea in there too. This is ridiculous.
50 list, only Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic are on pace to making the cut. In fact, Luka is on pace to racking up a season score of 123.1, which would earn him the 15th best individual season of all time, right behind LeBron's 2013 season. And Nikola Jokic is on pace to having a season score of 116.4, which would land him at the 38th spot all time. And after gathering data from hundreds of seasons of dozens of players, I got to thinking about peaks. Who was the best when they were at their best? Some players have maybe 1 or 2 seasons that stand far above any other year they've put together, like Tracy McGrady in 2003 or Russell Westbrook in 2017, while other players completely control the game on an individual level season after season. So here is a chart of NBA legends and the combined season scores of the best 5-year stretch of their career. For example, Isaiah Thomas's best 5-year stretch came between 1984 and 1988, where his total season scores throughout those years was 379.3. Damian Lillard's run from 2017 to 2021 earned him a total of 438.9. Just above Magic Johnson and Moses Malone is Karl Malone, who is the first player on this chart to crack 500. Nikola Jokic is currently in his best 5-year stretch and has a total score of 508.8. But this number will jump much higher after this season, somewhere around the 540 range. Kobe, Hakeem, and Bird all had similarly great primes in the NBA, ranging from 514 to 518. Tim Duncan is sandwiched right between Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. Our first big jump occurs with James Harden's run between 2016 and 2020. And after these marks, we get into the very best...
James Harden was crazy, bro. Bro was averaging damn well near 40, bro. Like, and there wasn't nothing you could do about it.
Individual runs in NBA history. Shaq in the early 2000s, a young Kareem, a mind-boggling 5-year individual stretch from David Robinson in the mid-90s, Giannis's current historic run dating back to 2018, and LeBron James at his absolute peak from 2008 to 2012. Just 5 points shy of cracking the 600 mark. Possibly the greatest individual prime of all time.
Where's Jordan at?
At least it would have been
if
Michael Jordan didn't exist. Because from 1988 to 1992, MJ rattled off 5 of the top 16 individual seasons of all time. By far, the greatest stretch of seasons we've ever seen from any player, earning him a prime total score of 680.9, leaving him in a league of his own, even amongst the greatest players in NBA history. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.
Wow. Hey, nah, this video was very, like, I like this, man. Yo, shout out to JXMY, man. High roller. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. This video was crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comments, man. MJ is really the GOAT, like statistically, if you look at it. Like, this shit really is crazy. But yeah, man. I'll see you on the next one, man.